Hey everybody, Sandy here. Today we're going to be working on another one of our Finding Inspiration series cups. And this one was inspired by a book cover. And I will insert that somewhere here. We have a 30 ounce, I believe. Yep, this is a 30 ounce hog tumbler from the Stainless Depot. And it's been sanded and spray painted and it's ready for a design. In this design, I'm going to set this out of the way. In this design, we have several alcohol inks, and they're by various brands. Pinata, I have the Blanco Blanco and Rainforest Green. And let's see, what else? We have the black. I'm not sure we're going to use this Mantilla black, but in case I have to do some darker things, that may be it. And this is just the Blanco Blanco in some alcohol, 97% rubbing alcohol. For the greens, we have Sublime, and this is a pearlized, and I'm not sure whether or not this is going to work. If it doesn't, then I'm going to wind up using an acrylic paint. We'll decide that when we get to that point. And by T-Rex inks, we have Irish Moss, which is perfect because this is an Irish-inspired cup. And we also have Jurassic Green. So, yeah, I think we're going to be covered for the greens for sure. As well as I may incorporate Mermaid or Stream or both, depending on what we need. And those are, oh, I'm sorry, this is Tim Holtz ink. And this is Tim Holtz Teakwood. So this is a very natural setting, and I'm going to go ahead and get started getting my inks on, and then I will let you know where we're going from there. But to try to throw it all out there at once, to me, is just too much. Too much for me. So I'm going to get myself a paper towel, which is right here, to be able to blot my brushes on. I have a variety of brushes that I use for my alcohol inks, so I will choose from this menagerie. And I forgot to mention that I have 97% rubbing alcohol in this small container that I will use as I need to thin things out or to lighten colors of things. But give me 1 second here. I am going to grab my bottle of alcohol so that I can have a rinsing cup on hand. Sorry about that. I should have gotten all of that together beforehand. And here's my, oh, this is 91% alcohol. Geez, I never realized that. Yeah, this one's 91%. I've been using it, so evidently it works. This is like 97 cents at Walmart. So, as long as it works, I'll use it. Okay, there we've got some alcohol in there. Let's get started. We're going to start with our lightest, and I'm going to start with the Irish Moss. I'm going to drop some of my alcohol ink onto this lid. If you've been with me any amount of time, you know I like to use the lids. Well, I don't know where I dropped you off, but for some reason my camera shut off. Well, I just checked my camera, and apparently you missed out on all of this. I am so sorry. I have no idea why it stopped, and I'm not happy about it, and I hope you will forgive me. That's all I can say. I don't know what happened, and sometimes life just deals you some sauerkraut and you got to eat it. So at least we're all fed, right? Not happy. Anyway, I am going to do in here what appears to be another pine tree, and we're going to go from there. So I'm using hopefully a lighter green than what yeah, there we go. We got it. We got it. It's in here. It's kind of faint to the background, and that's okay. It ties in with these other trees over here. This apparently needs to be much darker through here, more of a black. So I'm going to get that in there and get that part out of the way. It's a grayish black. Let's get this on here. Okay, we're going to get this black on here, but I'm not going to make it black. I do realize in the actual artwork it is... It's like a blackish brown, but I'm a little inclined to leave it a little bit green, and I hope that the original artist, Sean, and author, Danny, are not disappointed. But as you can see, I am leaving some of the green, but I'm darkening it down pretty good with the black. And that's exactly how I feel like it should be looking, is right there. Wingtips. My DOG. My little DOG is standing next to me because he thinks I'm talking to him. Yeah. That green will have to be cleaned up. All I'm trying to do is give myself a little bit of what looks like a wing, the tips of a wing, or the down feathers or whatever. I'm not a bird person. I do not know. I don't know what they call that. All I know is what I've seen. Okay, and you can see there's now more definition there, just as there is there. And now I'm going to try to move the green out. A little more. And I re-dab my brush as I go, just to clean off the end of it, in case you were wondering why I keep doing that. And I take off excess alcohol so that I don't leave a big splotch, spludge, however we call it. And keep in mind when you're doing this, if you notice that it's too wet and you're afraid it's going to roll into your finished design, just blow on it. It'll dry right up. It's alcohol. It'll dry right up and you won't have any issues. Well, I can't say that because I'm not there with you. I don't know. There we go. All right. And this looks like it could use a little bit of a clean. Let's see if we can move some of that green out of the way. Over to the edge. And see, it's still moving. After discovering that my camera had shut off again, I walked away. I just walked away. It's easier than fighting with it, I should say. So this has been sitting overnight. And you see there are some darker green spots in the wing. I don't want those. So those are gonna go away. So my point being, after it sat all night, I am able to still pick up the ink and move it around. And that's another one of the great things about alcohol ink. Because I flippin' love them. I do, I love it. Okay, let's just give that a little less hard edge there. Okay. Yes, there's still a little green in there. We're gonna float with that and see where we get. Like I said, there's going to be lots and lots of parts to this. And if you hang in there with me, I appreciate it. If you choose not to, well, I understand. We all have lives. I just choose to share mine with you. Okay, now that's all cleaned up. Life is good. The top is where I want it. Now I just need to focus on this, and I will come back. I'll do that off camera. I'm telling you and not holding it up for you. I'm going to come back and clean this part up more. I'm not going to do it on camera. You've got the basic idea of what to do there. So I'm not going to bore you there. What I am going to do is I'm going to paint in this trunk or this treasure box or what have you. So that being said,